All right, hello, and welcome to the Gardening Channel, Mike Ventura. So I'm going to talk to you folks today about nutrients, and I know I've mentioned nutrients before: nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and of course the trace elements. What I really want to talk to you about is why they're really important to the vegetable garden. Okay, and there's other plant material we can talk about. We're going to focus on the vegetable garden. Okay, I want you to take a look at those tomatoes, and you notice all the flower production that's coming on those plants. Okay, there we go, all the flowers that are coming. That's the phosphorus. You notice the new growth is nice and dark green. That's the nitrogen. So we're going to talk about, in this case right now, just nitrogen and phosphorus, and why they're really important, and why you use organics as compared to inorganics. First of all, organic nutrients such as the blood meal that I use, which is organic nitrogen, what that does is promotes green color and growth. Now, I'm not asking the plant. If I were to use inorganic, I'd be pushing a lot of green foliage production and very few flowers. By using organic, what I'm doing is I'm asking the plant to produce green foliage, but more importantly, the plant is regulated in the sense it's not going to grow really, really quick, because I want to get more flower production. And the flower production is through the phosphorus, which is the bone meal, organic. I stay away from using anything that is inorganic, which means fast reacting. Anytime you work with synthetic fertilizers, they tend to be rather fast reacting, and so you want to stay away from that. You notice the little flower buds begin to come in on the pepper plants. Okay, so this is why I really encourage, and as I said, I'll show you where the flower bud is. Okay, right there is the flower bud for the pepper. Okay, it hasn't opened up yet, it's real early in the game, but if you were to go down the road of using inorganic fertilizers, if the nitrogen does not stimulate root hair production. Right, nitrogen only gives you green foliage color and makes the plant grow really quick. In a vegetable garden, you want to use organic, which also the blood meal and also cottonseed meal will give you green color because again it's nitrogen, but you're regulating the amount of growth. You want to push flower production because you're asking the plant to give you obviously fruit or vegetables. Okay. Another good shot, here's the zucchini. Okay, and you can see how nice it's growing. Again, I'm asking the plant because they use all organics. I'm not growing a fast plant. It is a healthy plant. But what nitrogen does is, if you use synthetics, you're asking the plant to grow really quick. And by growing really fast, you may not produce the kind of flower production that you want. By using organics, you're asking the plant to grow a little slower. You're also going to be encouraging with bone meal to produce flower production, which is exactly what you want. You don't want to grow a fast plant, you want to grow a healthy plant. And ultimately what we're doing is we're pushing the root system, which is being fed with the organic phosphorus, which is the bone meal, to grab onto the nutrients that are on the soil particles. Okay? Look at the cilantro. Okay? Nice, healthy, beautiful color on the foliage. All right? And it's regulated. It's not growing fast. And I use the word regulated because I'm not asking the plant to grow quick. That's what organics do. They grow fast, but they just feed the plant as it needs it. It's not growing really, really quick. So I wanted to kind of give you folks a little bit of an update. And I know I've been putting a lot of videos out in the last few days on the plants, but this is why the early months of growth for these plants is really, really important. As far as how you prepare the soil going into the beginning of the growing season, and then knowing what to watch for. And that's where the organics are so important. Take a look at the size of how nice that zucchini is doing. Okay, and so I just want to kind of give you folks a little bit of a tip on why you stay with organics to get the garden up and running. You might notice also over here, that is my cucumber coming in right there. Right there's my cucumber, and right there's my cucumber. Those was put in by seed. So again, if you go down the road, when you do your vegetable garden, go organics and understand what it is you're striving for, because we're after fruit production. not just foliage production, not just growing a fast plant. We want to grow a healthy plant, and that's the whole point to using organics in the garden. Okay, so with that, please subscribe to the gardening channel, and I'll always give you folks updates on how it's going with the garden and what to pay attention to. All right, make it a great day. Thank you very much for tuning in to the gardening channel at Mike Ventura. Have a good one.